Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. On second and very short. Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. First carry for Nick Chubb. Big Derek Brown making the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack. Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone. And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man. It's like you, assertive in our production meetings. Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks. I was just going to say. That's where I go. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. first down. This is McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns. Touchdown. Austin Hooper with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage. And, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Complete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. 21-7, the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Sam Darnold, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. 31-13 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now an option play on 2nd down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw for Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more. Yeah,
exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a first down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And now past another. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.